Hey guys, my name's Evan. Welcome to Country View Acres. So today we're going to be working out here in the barnyard trying to straighten a few things up. So when we got the Jersey milk cows, we put this temporary fence in right here, and that was to keep them from getting inside of the barn and making a mess. So hopefully we can get rid of this temporary fence today. We're going to try to put in a post, and we're going to put in a 12-foot gate across here. But we're also going to try to make a small opening so that the sheep and the goats can travel through and get into the barn, but we're going to block it off enough that the cows won't be able to get through. And I tried to start on this yesterday, but the ground was so hard I couldn't get it to drill. And that's the way it is in the summertime. This clay turns into like rock hard dirt, and it is about impossible to put in a post. So I covered the hole up with this water trough last night so nobody'd step in it. And I filled it full of water, hoping that we can drill it with the auger. You can see the water level didn't drop too far last night, so it didn't look like much of it soaked in, so this may not work. So I just put this fence post in yesterday, and I think this took me at least a couple days to put that fence post in. Anytime you put a fence post in the summertime, it's so dry, it just never goes well. So I did try to film this the other day, but my microphone actually wasn't working, so I didn't have any sound. And I couldn't get it to drill, so I ended up using a smaller drill bit. I did get it to drill with a 6-inch auger. And then when I put the bigger auger on there, the 9-inch auger, it like grabbed a hold and it just kind of screwed itself into the ground all the way down, and the tractor couldn't pull it out. It actually wasn't drilling the dirt, it was actually screwing itself in the ground. I had to get a pipe wrench on this auger and I had to back it out of the ground. I thought it was just a root. I thought I caught a root, but it was just the hard clay soil. And then I was able to go back with the auger and just work it really slowly, and I was able to drill the hole. But it was pretty frustrating, I guess, and it just didn't go well. And it's too bad none of that footage ended up turning out. But the post is here now, so we can go ahead and start hanging our gate. So I lined the new post up so it was straight across from the post on this H-brace over here. And it just fits in between. It's fairly tight. So the trick about this gate is that nothing's flat. So we're going uphill in this direction, but we're also going uphill in that direction. And I want this gate to be able to swing 180 degrees, so it can lay flat against the fence on this side or flat back this direction. And we'll put a gate latch on this side. So this may take me a few times because to be able to get this exactly to work the way I want it. When I set these gates up, I always try to put something under each end. That way they're not sitting on the ground. Go ahead and add a brick on here as well. It'll be pretty high on this side. Since this fence line runs downhill that direction, you can look at this and you can see that the post is plumb, but the gate is wider at the bottom and narrow at the top. You can tell the gate is going uphill. And when I hang this, I'm just gonna put a hinge pin on the right-hand side down here, and up here I'm gonna put a hinge on the left-hand side. And then hopefully that will be laying the same angle as the fence, and it'll be able to swing to the right and swing to the left just fine. So that's what I'm gonna try. I've tried to lay this out perfectly straight with the fence, and I'm just going to use this as a gauge on where to put those hinge pins. All right, moment of truth. I think it's going to work. It's hitting the ground. Got a high spot right here. but it opens all the way that direction, which is good. That'll allow me to drive a tractor through here. Now, I can't really test the other direction until I take this temporary fence out. But before I do that, I think I'm gonna go ahead and put some boards across these posts right here from here on up. And that'll close that off where the cows can't walk through because they really can't duck and get under this. And then the small animals will still be able to travel freely. I can duck under here. Oh, I won't be in a few years. All right, now I can go ahead and take this fence down. I go through probably about 8 packages of zip ties a year. All the temporary stuff we do around here. Definitely gonna have to scrape that with a tractor bucket. So this one little triangle right here is a spot that the cows haven't been able to graze. So they want to get in here immediately and try it out. Now the good thing is now I can use this gate again. I couldn't use that before, so I can open this gate and they can go out to pasture through this way. So Rebecca decided that we should buy some feed troughs for the sheep instead of me trying to make one. She wanted to hit the easy button. So she bought these goat troughs, and these just hang on a fence. So you can do these a few different ways. So you can hang them on a 2x4, and that's probably what I'm gonna do, hang it on that 2x4 that I just mounted. But you can also hang these on a stock panel or your woven wire fence. So you should be able to slide these through the wire on your fence and get it on there, and then you would slide a 2x4 back behind here, get a 2x4 jammed in there, and then you would screw it from behind and you would like jam it on there, and then with that 2x4 behind it, it'll keep it from, I guess, pulling off of the fence. It'll help hold it up just a little bit better. So you could do that on the woven wire fence or a stock panel. So I mounted them on that bottom board just like I had planned. This is a little tight right in this area. There's a tree right here, but I think the sheep and the goats will fit in here and be able to eat. So this trough does have this wire divider on top. I think that's to help the sheep and the goats eat in one spot and not try to push people out of the way. And we'll see how that works out being in there. The only thing I don't like about it is these are going to get water in them, and I'll probably have to drill a couple holes in each one of these just to be able to drain the water when it rains. So the next thing I'm going to do is I have a two-way gate latch to put on here. I like to put those on any gates that I use often. It makes them just operate a lot easier. There's not much room in here. It's pretty tight fit really in between here, and you need at least like 2 inches or more, 2 to 3 inches to fit one of them latches in there. So what I'm going to probably do is I'm going to have to cut away some of that wooden post, get that latch to fit in there, and then after that, the next thing to do is we need to figure out some way to close up the opening that the sheep and the goats can travel through. And the reason being, if I want to get them in the barnyard, lock them into this barnyard so that I can work them, I need some way to close this off so that they can't run back out to pasture. So we're going to have to come up with some kind of a gate or something down there for the sheep and the goats. Well, I had to chisel away quite a bit of wood. That is the most I think I've ever had to take out of a post to get one of those to fit in there, but it works exactly the way it should. So I've been looking this over, trying to figure out how to close this area off if we want to. And the best thing I've come up with is we can hang a gate, and we can hang it in this corner. So then it can swing closed and we can latch it here, or we can swing it open and put it flat against there and latch it against the fence, and then that way that gate is never in the way. It's either against the fence or it's blocking the opening. I think that's going to be our best bet. We just need to get some measurements and see what we can make. So I'm just going to make a square frame here, and then I'm going to put like a piece of a cattle panel in the middle to fill it in. Well, this ought to work. I'm just going to staple this onto the door. All right, now I just need a door latch. I may have widened that staple out way too much. So I think the only thing to do now is we'll come back here in a little bit when we put all the animals up. Rebecca will come with me, and we'll see if we can get the sheep in there to eat out of these feed troughs for the first time, and we'll find out if that location is actually going to work out or not. But we'll be back in just a second. All right, it's time to do the evening chores. First stop is?
Pigs.
What you get them?
I call it, it's a piggy bread pudding. So it's sourdough bread that I just baked, marshmallows, and frozen pumpkin.
Pumpkin puree from probably like a couple years ago.
Yes.
Right? Need to come out of the freezer. Yep.
Hey, piggy piggies. Hi.
Hey, piggies.
What did I bring you today? Put some in here. Put some in here. Okay.
Look at them. They're waiting to see what you brought them as a treat. They ain't even paying attention to that food.
You guys get in there and stir it up. I probably should have broke this into some pieces.
That's one big chunk of pumpkin puree.
They'll have to share.
So Rebecca has named all of the pigs.
Yes.
All after candy.
Right.
Candy bars, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah. So
the leader of the pack is Payday.
yeah, Payday's the one with the spots.
Yep. And this is Snickers, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And this one is Hershey, like
Yep.
the white chocolate Hershey.
At least that's what we came up with. That's Hershey.
And that one back there is Heath.
He's got like a single black spot, maybe two black spots on him. That's Heath.
Yeah, so we live close to the Hershey factory.
Yeah, in Robinson there's a Hershey factory, and they make Payday bars.
Yes.
And they make Heath bars.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we thought we would kind of go with a hometown candy bar theme.
Yeah. So the only one that they don't make
Snickers.
is Snickers, which he's the oddball of the group anyway.
Yeah.
Here come the sheep. You guys are gonna have to come in here. Come on, sheep. They can't figure out the trough. Did you get all the feed in there?
Uh-huh.
Yep. Come on, sheep.
Back up. Give them space.
I don't know if they'll all fit up to all these troughs. Well, I don't think we're real happy with the location of the feed trough. It doesn't seem like they could all fit in there. And it may be the location, and it may just be there's not enough, it may just be too small for them to all fit in there as well.
Yeah. I mean, they can get their heads in there. It's just, I don't know. They feel confined, I think.
Yeah, they're all fighting for the few little slots
Yeah.
in the feed trough. So we're going to have to probably revamp that just a little bit. Make it a little bit better. But everything else in the barnyard, I think I'm pretty happy with the gates and everything like that.
Yeah.
I think we'll just have to work on the feed trough situation, make that a little bit better.
And you're going to make this gate so it latches, so Maya can't close it because she was trying to.
It is latched open.
Oh, okay.
But, yep,
I
it's
didn't
latched
see
open
it.
and it latches closed.
Oh, yeah, I see.
You see it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good.
Anyway, guys, I think that's going to be it for this video. We got the barnyard at least straightened up a little bit. This is another one of those loose ends that's needed to be done, and we got it done this weekend, so that's good. But I hope you guys have a great week, and we'll see you in the next video.